Hallo und willkommen zu unserem heutigen Webinar. Wir warten noch ein paar Minuten und lassen alle Teilnehmer noch kurz eintreten, die interessiert sind. Freuen uns aber schon, dass so zahlreich alle dabei sind, um heute mehr über das Thema Ski in Utah zu erfahren. Genau, so langsam füllt sich der Raum. Und ich würde sagen, wir fangen jetzt an. Wie gesagt, herzlich willkommen zum Thema Utah Ski Resort and the Greatest Snow on Earth. Wir werden später etwas mehr hören, warum wir denn den besten Schnee haben in Utah und über die verschiedenen Ski-Resorts. Zuerst möchte ich einmal kurz vorstellen, wer heute mit dabei ist. Zum einen sind natürlich wir vom Team Utah Office of Tourism im deutschsprachigen Raum mit dabei, meine Kollegin Claudia, die später noch in der Präsentation auftritt. Und wir haben heute aus Utah live zugeschaltet Raelene Davis von Ski Utah. Hi Raelene, thank you so much for joining us today. We're happy to have you with us and we're so excited to hear more about the ski resorts in Utah.
Hello and good afternoon, everyone. I'm happy to be with you. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Bevor wir jetzt in das Skithema einsteigen, noch ein paar kurz organisatorische Hinweise. Wir nehmen dieses Webinar auf, sodass im Nachgang eine Follow-up-E-Mail verschickt wird mit dem Recording und der Präsentation. Das heißt, ihr erhaltet die Informationen im Nachgang. Zudem, wenn Fragen aufkommen während der Präsentation, stellt diese bitte unten in der F&A-Funktion, sodass wir diese später im Q&A beantworten können. Bevor wir jetzt zum Thema Ski kommen, möchte ich euch noch eine andere Neuankündigung machen, obwohl ich denke, mittlerweile haben es die meisten von euch auch schon mitbekommen. Und zwar geht es um den neuen Direktflug von Frankfurt nach Salt Lake City mit der Eurowings Discover. Dieser startet kommenden Mai. Am 23. um genau zu sein und fliegt dreimal wöchentlich direkt von Frankfurt nach Salt Lake City zum New Salt Lake International Airport. Wir freuen uns sehr drauf und genau, wenn es dazu weitere Fragen gibt, meldet euch jederzeit gerne bei uns. Wir helfen euch da gerne, den Kontakt herzustellen und freuen uns über die zahlreichen Buchungen über diese Direktverbindung. Und da das ja jetzt heute das erste Webinar unserer neuen Webinarreihe ist für dieses Jahr, und zwar möchten wir euch unseren Webinar-Contest vorstellen, See Utah Meet the Experts. Und zwar habt ihr die Chance, ein Ticket für genau diesen Flug zu gewinnen mit der Eurowings Discover. Ein Flugticket Hin- und Rückflug für eine Person von Frankfurt nach Salt Lake City. Dazu einfach in unseren Webinaren fleißig teilnehmen, die auch in den nächsten Monaten noch weiter kommen zu den verschiedenen Themen rund um Utah. Und ja, wir freuen uns über eure zahlreichen Teilnahmen in den nächsten Wochen und der Gewinner wird dann am Ende der Webinarreihe bekannt gegeben. Und jetzt starten wir auch schon mit dem Thema Ski Utah und als kleine Einstimmung dazu haben wir euch einen kurzen Film mitgebracht, bevor Raelene dann mit dem Thema einsteigt. Ich sage jetzt Film ab und viel Spaß.
In Utah, you're living on mountain time, and there's nothing standard about that. With 10 resorts less than an hour from Salt Lake International Airport, mountain time means more time on more resorts on the greatest snow on Earth. It means more time with the kids, and more time away from the kids. Ski more, shred more, chill more, cheers more. Because mountain time is a state of mind that can only be found in one place, Utah.
So is everyone excited to come to Utah? I certainly hope so. That video got me excited, and I'm here in Salt Lake City, and it's a beautiful sunny day, and I'm looking out my window at the snow-capped mountains. We have had the snowiest October that we've ever had, so our resorts are getting ready to welcome the world. We will begin our season very shortly in just another week or so. So I'm hoping that you all are getting ready to get your clients excited and get them booked and ready to get on the plane and come to see us in Utah. So as soon as we get to the next slide, we can see a little bit where Utah is. If you don't know, Utah is on the western slopes of the Rocky Mountains, and we're situated in such a beautiful location that we are able to have the great snow that we usually get.
Yeah, sorry for the interruption. We have some technical issues with the video, but we are, starting the presentation again, and then we will, shortly be able to go to the next slide. So thank you for sticking with us, and thank you, Raelene, for introducing a little bit about Salt Lake City and the ski area. So please feel free to say, what is your favorite ski resort or ski area? What are you looking forward to for the upcoming season? Maybe you can already say it to our participants.
Sure. My favorite ski area is wherever I'm skiing that day. I do like our Utah resorts for different reasons. They're all very different. They're very close to one another, so it's easy to ski a different resort every day. But we're able to just really enjoy, all that Utah has to offer. I love Deer Valley for its groomed slopes. I love Alta for its powder. I love Snowbird for the tram. I love Powder Mountain for the expanse and the snowcat skiing. I love Snow Basin for the views. So each resort has something different to offer. I've been skiing Utah for 35 years, and I just love it. I've skied all around the world, and I love coming home to Utah and the greatest snow on earth. Look, there we have it. So now you can see where Utah is located, just on, like I said, the western slopes of the Rocky Mountains. And we have the majority of our ski resorts are situated in the northern part of the state, but we do have 2 resorts in the southern part of the state, and we'll talk about those in just a minute. So let's go to the next slide, please. So you've heard that Utah has the greatest snow on earth, and we really can make that claim. Jim Steenberg, who is a scientist at the University of Utah, has written a very good book outlining why Utah has the greatest snow on earth. And he talks about the snow, how it gathers over the Pacific Ocean, the moisture goes into the clouds, and then it dumps its first payload over the Sierra Nevada mountains. And then as the storm clouds move across the desert, which Utah is desert, it dries out the clouds. And then just before they hit into the Wasatch Range near Salt Lake City, they pick up a very unique moisture salt crystal, basically from the Great Salt Lake. And so this snow that is dumped on our mountains has a very unique quality, and it's very light and dry, but not too light or too dry. And that's what causes this phenomenon called flotation. So if you are interested in reading more about why and how Utah gets the greatest snow on earth, you can actually watch a video after this presentation. You can click on this slide, and it will take you to that video to tell you a little bit more about the greatest snow on earth. So as I mentioned before, we have most of our resorts are situated in the northern part of our state. Now, this map is looking south is at the top of the page and north is at the bottom. We do that because our slopes are north facing. So we have to put the map upside down, basically. But if you look at the majority of those resorts outside of Salt Lake City, we have 10 resorts less than an hour from our airport. So when you take that long haul flight and you land into our new airport in Salt Lake City, you have 10 resorts that you can get to in less than an hour. The Park City area, for instance, has 3 resorts. You can see Deer Valley, Park City Mountain, and Woodward Park City. The Salt Lake area, there are 2 canyons, Big Cottonwood Canyon, which has Brighton and Solitude resorts, and Little Cottonwood Canyon, which has Alta and Snowbird. Now, I'm not sure why it's called Little Cottonwood Canyon, because there is nothing little about it. These mountains are massive, and they're just beautiful and situated just 10 kilometers from the outskirts of Salt Lake City. So again, they're very close, and you can actually take a city bus to these ski areas. South, which is at the top of the screen, Eagle Point and Bryan Head are about 3 hours south of Salt Lake City or 3 hours north from Las Vegas. So we'll talk a little bit more later about how to visit those resorts. Just some interesting facts about Utah skiing. Our season is mid-November through the middle of April. Like I said, we're going to be starting our season on November 17th, so we're looking very forward to that. Powder Mountain and Park City Mountain are the largest ski resorts in the United States. And just to be clear, so you know, when you send your clients to Utah, Alta and Deer Valley Resort, both of those are skiers only mountains. So unfortunately, snowboarders are not allowed at those 2 resorts. However, they are both situated next door to a resort. Deer Valley is situated next to Park City Mountain, and Alta is situated next to Snowbird. So your clients can snowboard there. Snowbird is our highest mountain at 3,353 meters. And again, we're very excited that this is an Olympic year. Salt Lake City hosted the 2002 Olympic Winter Games, and this is our 20th anniversary of those games. So there will be lots of great activities planned during this season to commemorate those Olympics. Now, these pictures are in here because this is a very unique way to get through a mountain. At Snowbird, you can actually take a chairlift up to almost the top of Snowbird, and then take this magic carpet through a tunnel to get to the back side of the mountain. And throughout the tunnel, there are images of how the tunnel was created and how Snowbird was created, and just interesting facts about the mountain. But it does connect the front side of the mountain to the back side. And then from there, you can actually connect over to Alta. So this is a very unique form of transportation in Utah, and we're very proud of it. So when you send your clients to Snowbird, make sure you tell them about the Peruvian Tunnel. Now, there are many different passes that your clients can use while in Utah, and I would ask them which passes, if they already have one of these passes, because if they have perhaps the Epic Pass or the Icon Pass or the Mountain Collective, then you can direct them to various ski areas in Utah. So for instance, the Yeti Pass that Ski Utah sells is valid for 1 day at all Utah ski resorts. The Epic Pass, you can ski Park City Mountain and Snow Basin. The Icon Pass is valid at Alta, Snowbird, Brighton, Solitude, and Deer Valley Resort. The Indy Pass is valid at Powder Mountain, and Mountain Collective is Alta and Snowbird. The Power Pass at Bryan Head, and the Salt Lake Ski Super Pass at Alta, Snowbird, Brighton, and Solitude. So you can, again, click the link in this presentation and find out where all those passes are valid. But be sure and check with your clients first to see if they have any of these passes before they purchase additional passes. So something that's unique to North America is the Interconnect Tour. Utah is the only place where you can do this, and you can ski up to 6 resorts in one day. You can either start your tour at Deer Valley and include, or Snowbird, and the tour includes skiing at Deer Valley, Park City Mountain, Brighton, Solitude, Alta, and Snowbird. And then a van takes you back to the point of origin. So you're skiing those resorts and the backcountry between them, and it's valid, or it operates every day of the season, weather and conditions permitting. You must be an advanced skier because we don't know what conditions are like when we get back in the backcountry, and many times it's powder, and you need to be able to ski the different terrain and the different snow conditions. We were fortunate to have had one of your esteemed colleagues from Germany come to visit us a couple of years ago here in Utah, and he was able to create the video that you're now going to see. So with that, we'll start the video.
Heute sind wir auf der Interconnect Tour, die 4 verschiedene Skigebiete miteinander verbindet. Und das Schöne daran ist, wir fahren gar nicht so viel im Skigebiet, sondern extrem viel in Backcountry. Es hat 10 Tage lang hier nicht geschneit, aber immer noch finden wir super Powder Runs in den Backbowls.
So that was just a little bit of what Johan experienced when he was in Utah. So again, if you have clients that are advanced skiers, please recommend the Ski Utah Interconnect Tour, and that is something that you actually book through Ski Utah. Now, we all know that we're still in this pandemic, unfortunately, although restrictions have eased up from last year, and resorts are returning to pre-pandemic conditions, at least outside. No masks will be required outdoors. Lifts will be loaded to full capacity this year. Individual resorts will have their own restrictions indoors. For the most part, masks will be required indoors when not eating or drinking. So be sure and check skiutah.com or the individual resort websites prior to your guests arriving so they know what to expect. And just as as a precaution, I think we're all used to carrying a mask in our pocket or our purse or someplace because at some point we'll probably have to put a mask on. So just have your clients have that ready, but be sure and check before they get here what those COVID protocols are, because they could change at any time. And this is just a beautiful image of the sunrise in the Wasatch Mountains, and regardless of when you're here, it's just a beautiful time. Some of the new things that are happening, we do have a lot of new snowmaking being installed in Utah. We have new lifts at some of our resorts like Snow Basin and Sundance, and we have 2 resorts celebrating their 50th anniversary. That's Snowbird and Powder Mountain. So many things will be happening at those ski areas. And just so you know, Powder Mountain, not as many people know about Powder Mountain outside of Utah. It's an amazing ski resort just north of Salt Lake City, about an hour. And they limit their skiers to 1,500 per day. So that's very nice to know. Deer Valley, for those of you who have been to Deer Valley, they're reimagining their dining experiences. So in the next few years, they will be redoing their entire base area, the snow park area. So lots of things happening at Deer Valley this year. And then Brighton is expanding their night skiing. So don't be afraid to offer that to your clients. You can ski at Brighton all day and actually continue through until 9 p.m. In the town of Park City, the new Pendry Park City that's operated by the Montage is opening this month. The Salt Lake Ski Super Pass. It's a great way if you have clients staying in the Salt Lake area, that if they stay in a lodge within, or in a hotel within Salt Lake, they can get 2 free one-day passes midweek for Alta, Snowbird, Brighton, or Solitude. And then there's a new property just in the Heber Valley, the Black Rock Mountain Resort, which is very nice. And that's very close to Deer Valley and Park City Mountain Resorts. And then don't forget about the ski resorts in the spring, the summer, and the fall. It's beautiful in our resorts. If you're sending clients to the national parks in the summer, have them come up to Salt Lake and enjoy the mountains, horseback riding, mountain biking, hiking, alpine slides, dining, concerts, festivals, art shows. The list goes on and on. So our resorts are very welcoming all year long, not just in the winter. And again, I would encourage you to have your clients spend an extra couple of days in Utah, come for the skiing, and then head south to our national parks, because they are absolutely stunning in the winter. The white snow against the red rocks is something very magical, and they will not be able to see that anywhere else in the world. So again, have your clients tack on a couple of extra days and head south to either Arches or Zion or Bryce Canyon, Canyonlands, Capitol Reef. They're just beautiful, and I can help you put together itineraries, or any of our Utah partners can help you with that. But that's something very special to add on to a ski vacation. So I think that ends my presentation, and I just have enjoyed telling you about Utah. I would love to show you Utah, so please let me know when you're ready to board a plane and come my way. And if you have any questions throughout the season, please don't hesitate to contact me. I would be happy to answer them and help your clients get to Utah. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Raelene, for sharing with us this amazing presentation and these insights. It was great to hear and to see everything. So thank you so much for your time. Actually, we received one question. So regarding the passes, is it best to book the passes in advance, or can consumers or clients also, decide on which mountain they would like to ski when they're actually in Utah and buy the passes in the ski resorts, or what would you recommend?
Yes, they can purchase day tickets when they get here. However, if they purchase the Icon Pass or the Epic Pass or the Indy, any of those passes, they will save money if they buy those passes as opposed to going to the lift ticket window every day. And you, as a tour operator or a travel agent, will be able to make a commission off that. So I would definitely encourage them to pre-purchase their lift tickets before they get here, but they can buy them once they get here.
All right. I think that answers the question very good. So thank you so much. At the moment, I don't see any other questions. So I think we will move forward with the presentation now. Thank you, Raelene. You can, of course, stay with us until the end of the presentation. Ja, thank you so much. Und falls in der Zwischenzeit jetzt noch Fragen reinkommen, stellt sie uns gerne, oder sonst könnt ihr diese gerne im Anschluss noch stellen, und dann beantworten wir diese oder leiten sie an Raelene weiter.
Genau, und zum Abschluss auch noch ein Überblick über unsere kommenden Webinare. Katharina hat es schon eingangs erwähnt. Wir verlosen ein tolles Flugticket mit Eurings Discover, und dazu müsst ihr euch einfach in die nächsten Webinare einschalten. Im nächsten Monat Dezember sozusagen das Jahresfinale schließt ab mit Park City in Hebo Valley. Wir freuen uns schon sehr darauf, euch andere Möglichkeiten zu zeigen mit den Partnern aus Utah, wie man Winter Wonderland Utah erleben kann. Und im Januar geht es weiter mit Salt Lake City. Michael Mack ist uns zugeschaltet von Visit Salt Lake. Wir starten weiter im Februar mit dem Utah Valley und Ogden, der Kleinstadt auch im Norden Utahs. Und dann geht es weiter im Mai nach Kanab und nach Cedar City. Und wir haben noch 3 weitere Webinare in der Warteschleife und alle Termine, nochmal zur Information, sind jeweils in den PDFs, die wir euch zuschicken im Follow-up, aber auch in unserem monatlichen Newsletter. Der geht jeweils immer am Anfang des Monats raus und meldet euch an, falls ihr den noch nicht haben solltet, oder informiert auch Kollegen darüber. Ja, noch ein kurzer Blick auf unsere Ressourcen, aber das könnt ihr alles im Nachgang nochmal nachlesen. Ganz wichtig, die Website von Ski Utah, alle Informationen zum Thema Skifahren, Snowboard, Winterurlaub, Lodging, Pässe, findet ihr alles auf Ski Utah und natürlich auch die Möglichkeiten auf unserer Website beziehungsweise Social Media Kanäle euch auf dem Laufenden zu halten zum Thema Winter Wonderland und was man in Utah alles machen kann. Und falls ihr auch noch nicht den Newsletter von Ski Utah erhaltet, meldet euch gleich an, um stets neue Informationen zu bekommen. Neben dem tollen Flugticket, was es zu gewinnen gibt am Ende unserer Webinar-Saison 2021-22, verlosen wir natürlich in jedem Webinar als kleines Goodie sozusagen ein Utah Welcome Back. Ihr müsst dazu nur diese folgenden 4 Fragen beantworten. Macht euch am besten jetzt einen Screenshot und wir erwarten eure Antworten morgen bis 10 Uhr. Erste Frage, wie viele Skigebiete gibt es in Utah? Zweite Frage, wie heißt das Skigebiet, welches in South von Utah liegt? Dritte Frage, mit welcher Tour können Wintersportler 6 Skigebiete an einem Tag entdecken? Und als viertes möchten wir von euch wissen, wie viele Skigebiete in Utah innerhalb von 60 Minuten ab Salt Lake City zu erreichen sind. Ich gebe euch noch mal einen kurzen Moment, einfach Screenshot machen. Wir verlosen unseren tollen Utah-Reiseführer, den ihr auf der Slide seht, auf der Folie. Diesen könnt ihr aber auch sehr gern Kunden empfehlen, die nach Utah reisen möchten. Wir stellen auch für Reiseveranstalter Sonderkontingente zur Verfügung. Eine tolle Einsteigerlektüre für Newcomer, aber auch für erfahrene Südwestler. Genau, eure Antworten einfach an unsere E-Mail-Adresse schicken. Bis morgen 10 Uhr. Wir wünschen viel Glück an dieser Stelle. Und jetzt ist es leider auch schon Zeit, Adieu zu sagen, beziehungsweise Goodbye, aus Hannover und natürlich auch aus Salt Lake City. Wir sind sehr dankbar, dass ihr euch zugeschaltet habt heute. Morgen im Laufe des Tages wird es ein Recording geben und auch die Präsentation nochmal als PDF. Und falls Fragen in der Zwischenzeit aufkommen, erreicht uns jederzeit per Telefon oder auch per E-Mail. Dann bis zum 9.12., unserem nächsten Webinar, und viele Grüße aus Utah bzw. aus Hannover. Vielen Dank für eure Aufmerksamkeit.